If your favorite NFL team is drafting early in this year's NFL draft, odds are these names are on their draft board. These are the names of this year's top quarterback prospects. To the average NFL fan, we all know can't win without one of these guys. What I want to talk about today is how the NFL draft teaches us something about organizational accountability. You see, the reality is that these guys aren't going to save your team. Now, to be clear, you need to have a franchise quarterback in order to win the big game. Without one, you're not only not going to get there, you're not going to win it. But the average NFL fan misunderstands the impact that these guys really have. See, it takes more than just their play. In fact, if the head coach has a scheme or an offensive playbook that doesn't capitalize on the strengths that these guys have, these guys aren't going to be as effective as they could be. More than that, however, if the general manager and the ownership doesn't bring in good quality players, the proper offensive linemen, wide receivers, and running backs, or have a defense that's worth talking about, these guys are going to be ineffective as well. Now, let's be clear here. These guys still have a part. In fact, I'm a big believer in the growth mindset that Carol Dweck talks about in her book, Mindset. In fact, I would recommend that you read that book. See, these guys got to have a growth mindset, meaning they got to believe that their ability today isn't fixed. They have to get to where the greats get to. And you're only going to get there by taking incremental steps along the way. Organizational accountability is something that we as leaders need to think about. In fact, I want to challenge you today to think about how you're surrounding your team with the right players. See, as fans, it's easy to criticize these guys. It's easy to criticize that quarterback because they're the flashy individual. Organizationally, it might be easy to criticize that salesperson, the flashy individual. But the truth is that we're only as strong as our team. And our job as leaders is to make sure that that team is rock solid. It's completely unfair to expect these guys to be successful for the Cleveland Browns unless the Browns fix what they have going on organizationally. Similarly, it would be completely unfair to think of our salesperson or even person on the floor to be successful unless you and I as leaders surround them with the appropriate team.